don't know if you know this story, but it's pretty crazy. This guy went to Afghanistan with the troops, and he was only supposed to be there writing a Rolling Stone article about this general for a very short amount of time. But then there was a volcano in Iceland, and the volcano in Iceland stopped air travel. So this journalist from the Rolling Stone was embedded in this troop, and they started talking shit. And he started reporting the shit that they were talking, including disparaging comments that the general had said about Obama. So the general gets back.
Something that they don't want to believe. And in each of these cases, this is where the money is. If you're just a capitalist, it is find something, establish a value for it, and make sure that that includes your profit, and make sure people really want it.
Right.
It's very fundamental.
Also, if you're running corporations and you're making billions of dollars, you're going to get bored. What's the ultimate? 50 of them, thousands on the ranch, they're all over the place, and they have 3 litters a year. And they start having litters when they're 6 months old. They just pump out piglets. Let's go.
You can tell they're not delicious.
They are delicious.
Oh, well, then here we go then.
We don't really have
a problem, then,
right.
do we?
No, we have a we need to eat pigs problem.
No, we need to be sending this off somewhere to someone who does.
Well, definitely.
Menthol is a natural thing. So, anybody who is from the South knows about mint plants.
And menthol used as a skincare product with injuries and shit.
Like you appreciate that as a flavor profile.
Right. That makes sense.
The mint.
It's just telling people they can't have it anymore. Who the fuck are you? That's my position.
Well, and that's... How did they know that Mars was the red planet, and why was it a worldwide fact?
Right.
Planetarily, that Saturn had rings, based upon what information? Because nobody worldwide is disagreeing. Nobody's like, oh, I thought of this, or it came to me in a dream. Nobody's saying that anywhere in anybody's civilization. Everybody's civilization says this information came from people.
Yeah.
There are no coincidences.
Well, they remember Mars used to have that. Mars used to have these numerous interpretations and commentaries followed. So what does it say? The Egyptian god Thoth. Okay, it says beginning in the 2nd century BC onwards, Greek texts attributed to Hermes, a syncretic combination of Greek god Hermes and the Egyptian god Thoth, appeared in Greco-Roman Egypt. Those texts known as the Hermetica are heterogeneous collection of works that in the modern day era are commonly subdivided into 2 groups. The technical Hermetica, comprising of astrological, medical, botanical, alchemical, and magical writings, and the religio-philosophical Hermetica, comprising of mystical, philosophical writings. Holy shit.
Is this weed talk, Joseph?
No, this is so legit.
So legit, man.
So this dude was probably an alien.
Dude, first of all, there are no probablys.
Yeah.
That's the benefit once you hear it or read it, is the fact that it's given in first person, and that's not possible. The things that are being said are impossible. And alien.
Oh, I agree.
Right.
The problem is, this is what we really need. We really need this Neuralink to lock us all together so everybody can read everybody's mind. That's what's going to happen, and then there's going to be no more leaders. There's going to be no more governments.
Okay. You're being very controversial right now. Okay, so look, that
better is better.
That exists already. So just at this point, Area 51 would have to be doing something.
But they were definitely doing something.
Right. And nobody's telling a differing story as to what it is.
Right.
People have great imaginations all through history. They could make up something. The only damning information is if you read 3,000 accounts of these entities and realize, wait a minute, why is everybody describing?
And he's an expert in language. And when he deciphered it, he might not have been a biblical scholar, might have just been a language expert. But either way, he deciphered these texts and wrote these books about the real meaning behind everything they were saying. And he said that the reason why we are so fascinated with gold is that the Anunnaki literally would have us mine gold for them because they needed it to protect their atmosphere. So what they would do is take gold, which is very rare in what it does.
I just watched the episode of Curb while they're talking about it.
What is the story?
Here's the thing.
Sisters, so.
Yeah, right. Like, four sisters think that, okay? But they have money and an incredible circumstance. But the thing was, I didn't have any sisters, so I didn't have anything to pull from. And I didn't have women in my life like that. So, a lot of things I would have to read multiple times for me to get.
Right, so I think
Like accidental Big Bang, nothing from nothing way of thinking. And it always has been.
well, that's what I think, like in the beginning there was light, when they talk about that. If you were going to describe the beginning of the universe, even if you're describing the Big Bang, which there's a lot of speculation that that wasn't necessarily the beginning, that there might be a continuous cycle of these events happening over and over again. But if you were talking about a creation story, you would say in the beginning there was light. Because there was. It's a fucking enormous amount of light. It created the entire universe.
Literally. Right.
I think.
Which is all it says. And here's whatever they say that hell or Hades is in any of these religions worldwide, it is the perfect description when things happen. And so many of our things globally, we come by understanding that, and magnetics and dynamics and things that really work.
There's a lot of people that think that whatever we're seeing isn't just from another planet or from another dimension. That they're dimensional travelers. That they have access. Well, he actually explained that. He said it was manufacturing is insanely difficult. The way he explained it, you don't consider it because people just manufacture things. Think it's normal. But he was like, the process of manufacturing, especially like a car, an electric car, insanely difficult.
He had a harder time doing that Cybertruck than he did.
Yeah.
Space stuff.
The Cybertruck's hard. What's all folded steel? It's this fucking massive 7,000 plus pound folded steel truck that goes 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, and it looks like it's from the future. It looks like if you were
It's the hottest thing on Mars.
It's crazy. Yeah, that's